Microphone check. Yeah. All right, cool. So here we've got Gordon Kaiser,
Indeed.
the crew on Invictus.
Yeah.
Going to race with Paul Larson. How long have you been on the team now?
I've been since 2008. One of the chaps in the team basically roped me in once he found out that I was a sailor. I had a van. I was able to make the team more mobile and get some sailing influence into the team.
Yeah.
And basically since it's been hours and hours of workshop time and just getting involved, understanding design. Probably started sailing it properly from about March 2009 down in Cardiff in Wales. So it's just been a long road since, but we've pretty sweet to be here.
Yeah, and you're an aerospace engineer, structural.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've had a lot of influence on the wing.
Well, the main design of the wing was done pretty much before I actually joined the team. The core, basically, once I'd arrived, it was a case of testing, putting it through the paces. And since we've built a brand new flap, we've repaired sections, we've capsized the wing, we've done everything. So we've all the whole team has had influence into the project and into the repair solutions, the design solutions for all of these things.
You have a bit of a fatter wing than the rest of them. Do you think that that's going to be good for you or bad for you, or it's going to be pretty stable structurally, right?
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, I think Canaan is an untested wing. I mean, as far as what we've seen, structurally we were feeling pretty reliable.
Well, you guys are all structural engineers.
That's true. So we kind of hope that's our forte. But I mean, our wing is basically a baseline of Kajido or Kagado. So we've kind of, that's our baseline. We've worked from there, and that's really kind of we're the baby to that wing really, and that's the philosophy there. But there is a noticeable difference between the Canadian wings and our wing.
Well, you have that middle flap that's different. Did that create some problem for you in the measuring in?
It wasn't I think it was the overall area, but we thought the easiest way to do it was just cut out that Kaiser section at the back. You don't need much of the power down there, only in heavier conditions. But
now you have a spot to put the ion earth in there, maybe.
Exactly. Nice peachy. It was already planned, man. It was already planned. No. But you can see the main difference between us and the other wings is that flexible section. So it's we thought about better flow adhesion onto the flap through that section compared to the wedge section. So it's untested compared to the other ones. I mean, we've got some good improvements. We basically did a lot with fixing up that trailing edge on it, getting it a lot stiffer, getting the flow onto the flap better. So we'll see what comes of that. I mean, we've got now 6 brilliant wings in there that we can, or 5 wings to test against.
You have an over-under?
Say again?
An over-under, where do you think you're going to be at?
No comment.
I don't think I'll get anyone to answer that question.
Look, we know our forte is the breeze. I mean, you look at Canaans, there's no bones about it. They're a tall rig and light airs. That's their advantage. We've got a slightly smaller rig, but we're on par with Patient Lady in terms of the size of the rig, and Kajido, and obviously Alpha and Orion then are a bit higher than us. So I mean, wind conditions play. And a day like today, which is, God, do I want to be out there sailing? Yeah. But
well, you have trained in this stuff. I mean, compared to the other teams, you've been on the water a lot more.
We've got a good few hours now. As I say, we've been going since March 2009. We really stepped up into like 5th gear kind of in February 2010, like really kind of pushing hard, because we were still chasing out the weak links in 2009. So we've got a good bit of weather. I mean, we've been out in 22, 23 knots where didn't go out intentionally, but it blew up to that, and we were holding pretty steady. You just reduce that camber, think heavy, think beef, think burgers, and off you go. So we're reasonably confident in a breeze. I mean, we're about the same weight probably as Fred and Magnus in a slightly small rig, but we'll see.
One last question for you. After seeing all these wings here in the boats, how does it make you think differently about the class, or make you go back and change some things on your boat?
I think the nice thing about being here is you see little design details that you see in the other boats that we may not have picked up on and that we could bring back to our class. So it's seeing little nuances here and there is it's a nice eye opener. So it gives everyone some ideas. We've already been back at the house, like already jotting on paper, thinking Jules has got his scrapbook out and he's already planning the next wing and stuff like this. So it does make you think what's the next stage, whether like the hulls, for example. We were just talking before we started chatting about Orion having small hulls, about us having massive hulls. Is Atheon the best hull shape to have here? Is the tall rig, is that the way to go? I don't know. It's you've got to, there's so many variables, and you got to start thinking about planning a wing for all conditions. So there's a few thoughts in everything.
Yeah, well, in the fleet racing, you can use one wing, and then you choose your wing for the match racing in the end.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so you can have multiple wings if you want, right?
Yeah, I think Steve and Fred have actually been talking about how this progresses, because this is something I didn't know for this event. So it's that could be interesting if you've got your choice of wings. So we'll see.
Even more money, but Gordon, Kaiser,
Thank you very
thanks
much.
a lot. Best of luck to you.
Thanks very much.
All right, hopefully we get some sailing today. I guess we'll know.